where are you and what are you doing? Are you out shopping? You're supposed to be at home. What do you want? I'm busy right now. What do I want? Wow. Did you really just ask me that? I'm coming home today, remember? We talked about it before. Oh, was that supposed to be today? It completely slipped my mind. Go figure. Yeah, I just got here to the house and you're not around. We're outside and we can't get in. What are you doing? Why aren't you here? I'm over at Rodney's place right now. That's why. You're at Rod's place? Why? You're supposed to be here today. I told you before that I'm bringing my fiancé home today to meet you. Please don't tell me that you don't remember that conversation. I asked you a long time ago to make sure that you were at home today so that you can meet him. You said you'd write it in your calendar. Well, what can I say? I wanted to see your brother today, so I came over to his place. You shouldn't be surprised by this. You should know by now that I always prioritize him over you. It's the way it always has been and will be. And anyway, I needed to bring him some of the fried chicken that I just made. He's so busy lately, ever since he got that great job at that big multinational company. But you wouldn't understand how that is, would you? That's not the world that you live in. He needs to eat so he can keep up his strength and become a star at that company. My Rodney, future CEO. It's funny that you should say that, Mom, but you and I talked about today and agreed a long time ago. Meh, it's not that important for me to meet this guy of yours anyway. I'm not really that interested in getting involved in your boring life. You never have anything exciting to share, like getting hired at a world-class company. Yes, I'm painfully aware of the fact that you're not interested in me in my life. You've made that crystal clear to me ever since I can remember. But it's really not too much to ask for you to at least just keep your promise to me for once as my mother. Oh, good grief. You're talking like I always break my promises or something. Don't exaggerate so much. But that's exactly what you do. You break promises to me and you prioritize Rod. Always. Even back when I was in school, you never came to my parent-teacher conferences, but you always went to Rod's. Rod is always the priority for you. Always. And what's wrong with prioritizing my amazing son who's outstanding in every way? If I don't root for him, who will? Heaven knows he's been an achiever ever since he was a baby. Unlike you. Sometimes I just can't even believe that you two both are related to me. The fact of the matter is that your father isn't around anymore and your brother has a promising and prosperous future ahead of him. I'd be stupid not to favor him over you. After all, he's obviously the one who's going to look after me in my old age. Wow. Tell me how you really feel, Mom. I'd say that I'm hurt, but that ship has sailed a long time ago. Anyway, this fiancé of yours is just that guy that you've been dating ever since high school, right? That same guy. That public school you went to was so full of mediocre unachievers. I don't expect this fiancé of yours will be any different. You're the one who made me go to that school. It wasn't my choice. Of course I did. It was a purely economic decision. I couldn't afford to send both you and Rodney to elite private schools. I had to prioritize, and that's what I did. So Rodney went to a prep school, and we sent you to the cheap school. If I'm honest, I have to say that I thought spending any money at all on your education was a waste because we needed to make sure that Rodney had all the resources that he needed to succeed. But your father insisted that we spend at least some money on your schooling, too. Yeah. And as soon as he was gone, you stopped helping with anything at all and took all the inheritance and life insurance money for yourself. Hey! You should be thanking me for even paying for your first year of college. You're welcome. I mean, in the end, you ended up holding down a job and paying your own way through the last 3 years of college. That's what we should have made you do from the start. If we had done that, my retirement years would be far more comfortable than they have been, that's for sure. And just what is that supposed to mean? What I mean is, the first year of tuition we paid using the money your father left us would have been better spent on my comfortable retirement. Oh, I see. What you're forgetting to include in that whole scenario is how your sloppy spending habits and poor planning caused so much of that money to disappear. Don't be so impudent. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's why I can't stand you. You have zero respect for your elders. Zero! Your brother, bless his heart, understands how important that is. But somehow you've never had a clue about respect. Ugh, I'm done with this conversation. I don't appreciate being berated like this when it's you who broke your promise today. So, you have no interest in meeting my fiancé. Is that correct? Correct! Why would I want to do that? What's in it for me? Nothing, that's what. I'm sure he's just another mediocre loser from that high school you went to anyway. And that's just one more example of your disrespect and disregard for me. Couldn't you do better than that? I mean, you don't even care enough about me to find yourself a husband with some money so that I can be comfortable. If you want more money, how about getting a job? Have you never considered that option? It's a commonly accepted practice. And why should I have to get a job? I had a job that I did for nearly 20 years. I raised you and your brother and took care of the both of you from birth. Now it's time for you to take care of me for a change. This is how it's supposed to be. What are you even talking about? You should hear yourself. You sound completely bitter and unhinged. You and your brother taking care of me in my old age is the way it's supposed to be. So get with the program and start sending me my monthly allowance. I'll be staying here at Rodney's place from now on. It's been decided, so I'm letting you know. Huh? You're moving in with him? When did that happen? That's right. I'm selling the house and moving in with him. His condo has plenty of room for me and he understands how to respect his mama. You can learn a thing or two from your brother. You can get back in my good graces by starting up that monthly allowance for me. I'm willing to forgive and forget if you do that. $2,000 per month will do nicely, thank you very much. Huh? Good graces? $2,000 a month? You must be joking. Yes, $2,000 a month from you will be sufficient for my needs, and it's the least that you can do for me after all the sacrifices I made for you. After all, I won't actually be living with you or anything, so... Just the money is all you need to do, thanks. As a repayment for all my years of hard work taking care of you, you brat. You're fine with that, right? Of course you are. At any rate, Rodney and I have errands to run now, so this will all just have to wait until next time. Wow. And I can see that there's no point in me and my fiancé waiting around here for you anymore, too. So, we'll be leaving now. Hey, Cindy. You brought your fiancé home with you today to meet Mom, didn't you? I told Mom that she should go home and meet you guys since she came all this way, but she just wouldn't do it. Sorry. I tried. You know how she is. Meh, it's not your fault. I know you tried. She would have been at your place with you no matter what I did or didn't do, so I shouldn't have been surprised. Yeah, that's probably true. Not surprising, but not really acceptable either. But today was a shock. She just showed up here suddenly without any warning. And not just that. She also had her own key to my place when she came in. She just unlocked the door and walked right in. She has her own key to your condo? Yeah, and it was really bad timing, too. I was planning to have my girlfriend come over to Netflix and chill all weekend, but then Mom just barged in with her own key and we had to cancel the whole thing. Thanks, Mom. Wait, Mom just showed up and camped out there even though you had your girlfriend there with you? Seriously? Yes. She and I were both totally freaked out when the door suddenly opened. I thought she was going to faint, she was so upset. That's ridiculous! Where does that lady get off? I know, right? It looks like she must have taken a key last time she was here and then went and had a duplicate made. Was your girlfriend okay after that? Mom has always caused problems with you and the other women in your life, hasn't she? I remember a bunch of ludicrous stuff that she's done. Yeah, and it looked like she was getting ready to do it again, starting to talk in that tone of voice to her. So I sent her home immediately with apologies. I hope she doesn't dump me over this. Jeez, I hope not too. Sorry that happened to you guys. Mom had no right. Mom's gotten a little power hungry since Dad died, don't you think? Yeah, no question about that. Honestly, it's always been bad for me, even when Dad was still around. But since he passed, it's definitely gotten worse. You know, yesterday she told me, no, she ordered me to start sending her $2,000 a month. Are you serious? $2,000 a month? That's completely absurd. Yeah. And you know what else she said? I am afraid to ask. She said that she's selling the house and moving in with you. I won't even ask you if you agreed to that because I already know the answer. So in other words, she thinks that you're taking care of her and I'm giving her $24,000 a year. What do you think about that, little brother? She thinks she's going to live with me? That's the first I've heard about that. I don't like that idea at all. Not one bit. Yeah, that's what I thought. She's so predictable. I had a feeling that she was getting way ahead of herself with all of that, and it looks like I was right. I've been thinking that I'm going to renovate the place sometime soon and have my girlfriend move in, but maybe that's not such a good idea. We definitely don't need Mom being a third wheel, that's for sure. And why does she need to move in with anybody? She's not poor. She still has all that money that Dad left her. If you're talking about the insurance money, that's all gone, apparently. What? That was a lot of money. How did that happen? And you and I even relinquished our claim to any of that cash because she told us to. She got all of it and now it's all gone? Uh-huh. You know as well as I do that she has no money skills and she can't stick to a budget. Ugh, I can't even. She is just unbelievable. You know, she talks a lot about how important family and respect for one's elders are, but for my own part, I think I've more than repaid what little she ever did for me. I agree with you on that, sis. She's a hypocrite and she's always treated you terribly. You know, lately she's been buying stuff online with my credit card info. Can you believe that? Oh, she's doing that to you too? You don't say. Wait, you too? Yep. I'm pretty sure that she got my credit card info when I went back home to visit Dad's grave for the first time after the funeral. Unbelievable! The nerve of this woman! Uh-huh. And when I canceled that credit card, she called me up and gave me an earful, telling me that I was ungrateful and selfish. I honestly don't know if I want to have any connection to her anymore at all. I mean, what do I get out of it except frustration and hassles? Really? I've been thinking the exact same thing. There's just no positive aspect to her at all. She insists on bringing food over here all the time. Food that I didn't ask for and that I actually don't even like, which she should know by now is my mother. I need to think about how to handle things with her from now on. I can't just let things go on like this indefinitely. It's bad for my mental health, bad for my bank account, and bad for my love life. Anyway, let's talk about happier things. I want to send you your wedding invitation soon, so keep an eye out for it. Oh, did you nail down the time and place and everything? That's great. And is it okay if I bring my girlfriend? I'll pay for her if it's an issue. Of course you can bring her. She's more than welcome, and don't even think about paying for her. I wouldn't dream of making you do that. As long as you think she'll fit in with the other guests. She's a co-worker of mine, and she's a really great girl. Well, okay then. By all means, bring her as your +1, little brother. Thanks, sis. My pleasure. And I'll let you know about the wedding rehearsal and dinner, too. Your attendance at both of those is mandatory. I doubt that Mom is going to be at either of them, but you never know, I guess. I know, right? Whatever. Don't worry. I'll be there even if she won't and Dad can't. I won't let you down. Ever. Oh, Rod. I'm so thankful that I have a great brother like you. I'll be in touch soon, okay? Love you. And give my best wishes to your lady. I'm looking forward to meeting her soon. Listen here, you! I'm your mother! What on earth do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are, kicking me out of your wedding? Excuse me? I'm the one who should be asking you that. What on earth are you trying to do, showing up at my wedding dressed in black from head to toe like this is a funeral? Hey, this is the perfect outfit for this occasion. It's much more appropriate for this tiny, poorly attended little wedding than anything colorful would be. This outfit is both elegant and a statement. What a somber little gathering this is. Ugh. At any rate, you must at least have a clue that showing up to someone's wedding dressed for a funeral is just completely unacceptable. So to answer your question, that's why you were kicked out. What's unacceptable is kicking your mother out of your wedding. Now let me back in right this second. You will not be allowed back in as long as you're dressed like that. Period. Huh! What does it matter how I'm dressed anyway? This itty-bitty little wedding isn't going to be remembered by anyone. There's barely anyone here. What a joke. You two won't even be able to fill your car's trunk with the wedding gifts from this tiny gathering. Are you both really that clueless? Do you really not know what a wedding is for? You have to invite tons of people to your wedding and get tons of expensive gifts and money. That's how you make a profit when you get married. Wow, that's amazing advice coming from the one guest who didn't give us a gift. A total lack of self-awareness. Hey, I'm your mother, an honored guest, and I don't need to bring anything. All I need to do is enjoy the wedding and the food. You're unbelievable. You know that? You never run out of self-serving excuses for your behavior. You play the mother card now for free food, but you couldn't be bothered to show up at the rehearsal dinner or any other time our two families got together. And if you cared enough to participate at all in any of that, you would know that we always intended to only invite close family to share this occasion with us. We didn't want to have a bunch of strangers here for this special occasion. That's why it's a small gathering. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Having a bunch of strangers here is how you rake in the gifts and cash. Ugh, this tiny little affair just completely destroys my plan to take half of what you two rake in. Excuse me? You were thinking that you'd get 50% of what we get in gifts? Yeah, but then I saw the puny scale of this affair and I mistook it for a funeral. So now you know why I'm dressed the way I am. I'm mourning the lost opportunity to profit. Wow. I have to ask you, do you even know who I'm marrying today? I bet you don't. Huh? Of course I do. No, you don't. Do you, you liar? And why would you? I mean, you couldn't be bothered to show up and meet him or his family, right? He's just some underachieving classmate of yours from that mediocre high school that you went to. I know that much. Wrong. He and I have known each other since high school, but he didn't go to my school. That's strike one. What's that supposed to mean? Then how do you know him? I bet it was a random hookup when you were drunk or something. He and I met at an SAT prep course, for your information. You probably don't remember that I took that course because you thought it was a waste of money to let me take the course, but Dad disagreed and he quietly paid for it for me. Well, wherever you met him, he's obviously the kind of man who could only afford a teensy-weensy little wedding. Like I said, a loser with no money. What's your point? Oh, right. So I guess you consider the eldest son of a wealthy and successful businessman to be a loser with no money? Oh. What did you say? Come again? Wealthy. A successful businessman. You must be pulling my leg. Not at all. Barry's dad is the founder and CEO of a very successful company. And it's a company that you've definitely heard of. Barry works there too, and he's being groomed to be the next CEO when his father steps down. Oh, and also, he's Rod's boss. Well, actually, he's Rod's boss's boss. And that's why you've definitely heard of the company. What? What are you saying? And that's why we only wanted family at this wedding. If we didn't do that, Barry would have had to invite the whole company and then some. Wait, I don't understand. It's really simple, Mom. Barry's dad, my future father-in-law, is the founder and CEO of the company that Rod works at. Get it? And Barry will be the next CEO someday. If he wants to be, that is. For now, though, he works in the same department as Rod, and he's basically Rod's boss's boss. I don't believe it. You're trying to make me look stupid. Hey, I know. I was surprised too when Barry told me that he was going to be Rod's boss. So you're saying that your Barry really is the heir apparent to the CEO position in that entire company? Yes, but none of that matters to you, obviously. He's just a poor, underachieving loser, right? You said so yourself, numerous times. It doesn't matter. To me, he's an amazing guy from an amazing family, and I'm lucky that I found him. And you're about to marry into that amazing, rich family. Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. And of course, that's how you see it. You're so predictable. Well done, my little girl. I'm so proud of you. You're a real chip off the old block. You've not only set yourself up, you've set your mother up beautifully too. No. You and I are finished, so you can forget about any of that. That's not how this is going to play out. Huh? What do you mean? We're family. I really have had all that I can take of your constant selfish money grubbing and scheming. So we're cutting you out of our lives. Completely. As of today, you are no longer our mother. We? What do you mean, we? What do you mean, our mother? Alrighty then. We're about to get started with the ceremony here, so I have to run. Wait a minute. Just wait 1 second. Oh, also, just FYI, the staff here at the chapel and at the reception venue have all been informed that you are not to be allowed entry, and they have your photo. You won't be able to come in, so don't even waste your time trying to sneak past them. That will not work. That's absurd! You can't have a wedding without the bride's parents there! I have Rod here and Dad is watching from heaven. I don't need you. Wait a minute! You can't just shut me out! Stop ignoring me and answer my calls! You owe me an explanation! What is it? What do you want? I thought I made everything perfectly clear. I'm about to go on my honeymoon, so... How can you treat your family like this? This is just beyond the pale. You need to be asking yourself that question, ma'am. And more importantly, where has your brother disappeared to? Rod? I have no idea. Why do you ask? I went to his condo and they told me that he doesn't live there anymore. They said he moved out and left no forwarding address. Yep, that's right. And that was smart of him. Huh? You knew about this? Why would he do this? Yep. He moved out of there the day before the wedding. I knew all about it. He moved into a new place with his girlfriend. You know, the one that he brought to the wedding with him. That place was pretty small and it was fine for him as a bachelor's pad, but he wanted a bigger place to share with the love of his life. What? Why am I the last to know about this? Maybe it's because he cut you off too, just like I have? That's ridiculous. Is it? If you knew where he moved to, you'd be suddenly showing up there on the weekends, barging in on him with your spare key that you made without asking him and bringing him food that he didn't ask for or even like. Oh, and let's not forget, using his credit cards like they belong to you. You and your selfish, inconsiderate behavior were a constant bother to him. Oh, shut up. What's wrong with a mother looking in on her son once in a while? Rod is an adult and so am I. You claim to be a concerned mother, but the reality is that all you're doing is looking for opportunities to mooch off of us. Are you even a little embarrassed using your children's credit cards without permission to shop online? There's nothing wrong with that. Any good kid would do that for their mother. Both Rod and I have done more than enough for you. We're done being your kids, since it only means constantly being taken advantage of by you. You have a roof over your head and you're still young enough to earn a living on your own. You're healthy and you're not disabled, so make your own money. This will be a great opportunity for you to hopefully, finally understand the value of the money that Dad left us when he passed, and how hard he worked to make that money. Going back to work at my age? That's ridiculous! I can't be expected to live like that. However things play out for you from now on is up to you. So I suggest a more positive and constructive attitude. I should be the one living with Rodney, not that flavor of the month floozy. You mean Lisa? Oh, I met and chatted with her before the wedding. She's number 2 in the accounting department at that company, and she's clearly really smart and a hard worker. She's an accountant? Yeah, it's an office romance, apparently. Barry and I don't work together, but I'm kind of jealous of Rod and Lisa. Their situation seems so romantic. But I can't complain. I already resigned to stay home and be a housewife. I think that'll be nice for a change. Are you telling me that not only Barry, but both Rod and his girlfriend are also working at that great big company? They must be making a lot of money between the two of them. There you go, showing your true colors again. I had a plan. I was going to live out my remaining years with Rod, my beloved son. Well, I guess if he marries that girl, I'll just have to move in with the two of them. Yeah, that's not happening. Rod has no intention of living with you. He told me that himself. In fact, he told me that he doesn't even plan to let you know when he gets married. What? Why? Why? Maybe he doesn't want his mother showing up at his wedding dressed for a funeral. I mean, who would want to take that risk after seeing what you did at my wedding? But that was... unforgivable. That was unforgivable. That's the word that you're looking for. Look, you had no interest in my wedding in the first place, at least until you decided that you wanted free food. And you never had any interest before that in me as a person, or as your daughter. So you really, really don't need to apologize or make excuses now. There's nothing to do about any of it other than what I'm already doing, which is saying goodbye. Wait a minute now! I know that I speak for both Rod and myself when I say thank you for bringing us both into this world. But it's crystal clear that the time has come for us to go our separate ways. That's obviously better for everyone involved. So, this is goodbye. Wait, just a second. I'm fine with living with you. It doesn't have to be with Rodney. I'll sell the house and live with you and Barry. I can help out when you get pregnant and I'll take care of the grandkids and... No, that won't be necessary. But it is necessary! It is! You're going to have to make things work on your own from now on. But the credit cards have all been canceled! How am I supposed to go shopping now? You'll have to do it with your own money, I guess. I can't work! I'm telling you, I just can't be expected to do that! You're perfectly capable of working and you can absolutely find a job if you're not too picky. As tough and stubborn as you are, I'm sure you'll make it work. You're going to have to. But honey, you have to know that your duty to me as your mother is just starting. Ugh. Anyway, we need to get to the airport, so... Wait, please. Are you and Rodney both seriously going to just cut me loose? Leave me twisting in the wind. He's not answering my calls or texts either. You marry into that much money and then you just disown your mother. can't do this to me! I'm your flesh and blood! Soon after that, both my brother and I blocked her number and deleted her from our contacts. We also made sure that she wouldn't be able to track us down any other way. She showed up at Mary's and Rod's office, but the security guards there were already aware of the situation and they kept her from entering the building. As of the time of my writing this, she is currently working bagging groceries at the neighborhood supermarket and continuing to look for my brother and me so that she can try to get some financial help from us. She is prone to complaining about her lot in life and so is disliked by most of the people she works with, who are much younger than her and, not surprisingly, don't enjoy listening to the rantings of a bitter old lady.